The day when the car is certainly not the star, as you're supposed to be leaving it at home. International Car-Free Day originated in Switzerland in the 70s, but is being held in Moscow for only the second time. But let's gauge its success and join our correspondent Stacey Bivens, who's on the streets of the Russian capital. Well, Stacey, we can still see some cars behind you, so I imagine the day hasn't gone exactly to plan.
Well, hello to you, Carrie. Yes, consistency reigns in Russia's capital. You can see the gridlock behind me. It's frustrating, but it's typical for Moscow motorists. They experience this kind of rush hour several times throughout the day. But if you ask organizers of the International Car-Free Day if this event has been a failure, they'll say no. They'll say, look, we weren't expecting every driver to leave their car at home. It's not realistic, and it's not the point. The point is to get more people talking about what improvements can be made on the public transportation system, and to also put pressure on lawmakers to make sure that they stick to their promises to continue to build roads and to improve the transportation infrastructure. Supporters of this event say that there needs to be not only more access to the public transportation, but there also needs to be a better technology so that the commutes can be comfortable and timely, and that's the key. If you can make public transportation more appealing to people, more people will use it, thus helping out the environment.
Stacey, for those who haven't experienced it in person, give us an idea of the scale of the traffic problem in the Russian capital. I mean, it looks pretty bad behind you there, I have to say.
And it's almost always bad, Carrie. I mean, it's epic here, you know, and motorists have learned to deal with it. They make sure they have their iPods with them, their books, because they're going to be idling in traffic up to 2.5 hours, even more, especially in the wintertime when the weather is bad. And so there's estimated that the city loses about $1.3 billion because people aren't being productive because they're sitting in their cars. This is the third worst traffic in the world right here in Moscow. That's how intense it is. But lawmakers say that they are continuing to stick to their promises to build the roads and improve the infrastructure, but this all takes time.
Yes, you mentioned lawmakers there. I mean, the city's authorities have thrown their support behind today's event, but, well, critics would say it's action and not gimmicks that's needed.
Yeah, there does need to be more action, but the lawmakers say that they're doing that. Like I said, they say that it takes time to build all these roads and to build the infrastructure. You just can't snap your fingers and expect everything to work the way you want it to. It takes a lot of planning. But they say that, and symbolism is also important, that they want to show that they are behind this, and they want to make sure that there's the public will behind this event. So they put more trolley buses, trams, and buses on the roads to encourage more people to take part in this event today. They've also discounted some of the public transportation by 50%. In addition, their support groups are holding events throughout the city that are ecologically focused, and people are going to be wearing little ribbons to show that they support the environment and this symbolic event today. But we spoke to some people where this isn't just a once-a-year type of event. This is something that they've dedicated their lives to. Take a look.
When this cyclist isn't pedaling the pavement, he's hopping onto public transit to get to and from work. Keeping his car parked reduces his carbon footprint and keeps his environmental conscience clear and road rage to a minimum.
The environment is highly negative because everyone's in a hurry, you get barged and things like that. As you bike, you, on the contrary, relax and drop tensions, and you reach your office much faster.
The World Wildlife Fund wants more motorists to opt for the green route as part of Car-Free Day. The International Salute to the Environment draws participants from more than 1,500 cities and 40 countries every September. Moscow is taking part for the second time, and some public transport is half price. Better use of natural resources and cleaner air are at the heart of the movement.
Pollution is just one problem. Gridlock is another. With more than 3 million drivers registered in Moscow alone, traffic gets so backed up that sometimes it feels faster to walk than it does to drive. So supporters of the International Car-Free Day in Moscow hope that the symbolism of this event will get more people out of their cars and onto modes of public transportation.
For years, Alexander Morozov has been putting pressure on city government to improve the tram system. But with millions piling on to cramp transportation daily, he says a comprehensive plan is needed to make travel more comfortable, timely, and more attractive to potential commuters.
I believe it should be the complex policy of use of subway, tramway, bus and trolleybus, and even our suburban railroads that are now not included in the transfer in the city.
He's asking city leaders to transfer funds from road budgets to invest in more tram lines and in better technology, so that more people like Konstantin will be passengers instead of drivers. Stacey Bivens, RT.